Hybrid is extremely underwhelming at Town Hall 15, but never fear, the answer is here. Pepito, one of the top Legends League pushers with Hybrid, is going to show us a trick he uses that takes advantage of meta bases at the moment and should help you 3-star. If you're in mid to high Legends, you know the meta is diamond bases, and a lot of the diamond bases, like this one you see here, have the Town Hall on the outside. Now, this is to counter smash armies coming in from the back end of the base, and sometimes queen charge attacks. But you know one army that can take advantage of this? An army that brings 11 sneaky gobs, and thankfully for Pepito here, he brings 11 sneaky gobs with Hybrid. Yes, 33 troop space. But trust me, it's worth it. And there's no other army in the game, really, that can have 33 troop space invested in sneaky goblins, aside from Hybrid. Now, obviously, this won't work on every base, but it does work on enough of them. Now, rather than using the Invis spell, he uses the Rage spell. And this really surprised me. I asked him a couple of questions about this, because obviously if you use the Invis spell, you have to bring a few more goblins, particularly if there's a lot of builder huts on the town hall. But then if you use the Rage spell, you don't have to use as many sneaky gobs, but you're using more spell space. But he said he prefers the Rage spell because it's nice to have the Invis spell for your queen charge, because obviously you've only got one of them. But more importantly, he likes having more sneaky gobs to funnel his queen and his hybrid. Obviously, queen charge hybrid, everything is about the funnel, both for the queen charge portion and the hybrid portion. And that's why this army can afford to give up so many troop space to the sneaky gobs. Now, up to you. If I was doing hybrid, I would still probably use an invis instead of a rage spell. But yeah, it's completely up to you. Clearly for Pepito, it is working to use the rage spell for that. Yes, it only gives you 2 rage spells for your charge, but if you get the town hall down for next to free, you don't have to queen charge much value. You can start your hybrid extremely early. Queen doing her thing, and she is fine inside the base now. And we're going to start our hybrid from the top side. Same as per usual. King and siege barracks, then you go your miners. Well, up to you from here, but I'd go miners, warden, hogs, royal champion. Hybrid doing a great job on the top side, doing its thing. The king's funneling around the edge, and this base is in a lot of trouble at this point. Bringing the poison lizard with the warden, I couldn't recommend that enough. Honestly, this pet combo here is perfect from Pepito, but I mean, why wouldn't it be? He knows what he's doing with the army. Queen ability goes off on the bottom side, but that's alright, because the queen, well, she's not going to take too much damage from here. The hybrid's doing a great job. Now, dealing with the CC on the fly is never good for hybrid, but, I mean, didn't really have a choice with this one. Queen's chilling on the top side, and we did not need that heal spell. That heal spell could have been swagged. Yeah, these giant bombs go off, and, you know, it would have killed all the hybrid. I mean, the hybrid goes down anyway, but we have a royal champion with her ability. We have the king with a bunch of wizards behind him. GG there. Let's get into some more replays. I'm sure you all recognize this base here, and this is the exact sort of base that is primed for this attack strategy. So notice he, yet again, goes with the rage spell. I understand that more here, because with all those builder huts, even with an invis spell, your goblins probably wouldn't do enough damage. Now, we're going to zoom out a bit. By the way, notice he pulled all those skeleton traps. It's double value there. With that sneaky gob bomb for the town hall. But I love this plan. So we've Walbrook here and to the next compartment. So essentially the queen's going to go in here, clear all this, then go out and move to the next compartment. Then we can just hybrid straight down the middle. We can go in here, and then the king and the siege barracks can clear this side. You see, you set up that one wall breaker that will come in for the king and siege barracks in a minute. So we're going to let the queen take her time. Keep in mind, we've still got 2 rage spells here. We can afford the queen to take a little bit of the beating if it can help out our hybrid. Getting rid of like these storages that you see here are huge. Storages obviously quite bad for hybrid because miners get stuck in them, whereas the hogs go on ahead and you end up with a disjointed attack. Queen's doing her thing. Going to use the rage spell. I don't think we needed that, and if we were going to use the rage spell, probably should have delayed the start of the hybrid, but that's okay. He's allowed to make a couple of micro mistakes. It's barely a mistake, if anything. So hybrid coming straight through the core. King's doing a great job. Pekka's beating on a wall. Yet again, dealing with the CC on the fly. This is not ideal but some of the time it's just how it works. There's bigger targets against Hybrid at Town Hall 15. The CC is actually quite a low priority, which is really contrasting to every single other Town Hall in the game. But look at how many Hybrid troops we've got here. Now, we have already used the Warden ability. We have already used both heals, but better to use the heals early than use them late, and the Hybrid is dead anyway. But this is kind of where the heroes come into their own. Yes, there is a lot of damage here, but you still got a Queen ability which goes off. The healers are actually going to switch to the Hybrid, which is beautiful. And you still got the RC, and the RC is everything with this army. It's her job to finish off the base. Pretty bad invis spell. We're going to count that as swagged. Because, yeah, this attack was not close on time, and it was not close on destruction either. Well done by Pepito here. Now, obviously, not every single base in Legends League is going to have a Town Hall for free. So what do you do if that's the case? This is an ugly looking ring base. I think we can all agree with that. And whilst our sneaky gobs won't be able to take down the Town Hall, doesn't mean they can't help funnel. We're going to use quite a lot of sneaky gobs here to funnel. Obviously, they're an excellent funnel troop, probably only second to the Super Barb in terms of the troop space that you allocate to it. Obviously, the Yeti and the Baby Drag are really good, but they're a little bit more expensive. So Queen Charge coming in on the corner here. Sneaky gobs, yet again, set out the funnel nicely. That's 7 of them used. And haven't even had to use our Baby Drag. Yes, he's still bringing the Baby Drag with this army. That surprised me when you got so many sneaky gobs. Queen's doing a great job here. And I'm going to admit, I don't know if this was luck or not, but have a look at the Queen here. She goes into this corner. Now, I'm not sure if this is the sort of thing you can replicate. Also, what the hell is that defensive CC doing? Thankfully, it does come back now. I don't know if you can replicate that with the Queen going straight in, and if you're going to say that's the reason, only reason this attack triples, maybe, but you can definitely still triple ring bases with Hybrid, even if you bring so many sneaky goblins, as you're going to see in a second. King's doing a great job on the top side. Yet again, healing early. And this is what you have to do with Hybrid on the ring bases. As soon as the Queen's kind of into the core of the base, you got to deploy the Hybrid so that you can take some DPS off her, particularly if it's a double Rage Tower base. Beautiful Warden ability. And the Queen has got down the Town Hall. And if you can Queen Charge the Town Hall on a ring base, not really much the base can do to stop it. It's kind of a triple at that point in time, honestly. We got our final heal spell dying out here. The Queen has gone down, unfortunately. But we've got all these hogs coming in from the siege barracks. By the way, the Town Hall poison lasts for like 85 years. I don't understand why they made it so ridiculously broken. I feel like, look, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I would like to see a nerf to it. If you disagree, though, let me know. I just think it's slightly too strong. It's just slightly. Does need to be powerful, but yeah, as you see here, still got our Royal Champion ability intact. Still got a couple of minus, I think. Nope, we actually don't. It's literally the Royal Champion and a P.E.K.K.A. in our cleanup troops, but it doesn't matter how you get them as long as you get the 3 stars. So I wanted to put this replay in to show you guys, just because you can't sneaky gob the Town Hall doesn't mean this strategy won't work. Another base where he can't sneaky the Town Hall. Let's see how Pepito plans on getting this down. Now, sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. I'm trying Pepito, maybe? I don't know. For everyone who got angry at me pronouncing his name wrong, it's probably left the video already anyway, so sorry to them, but I'm trying my best in my stupid Australian accent. Now, obviously, this Town Hall's a bit too deep to get with sneaky gobs, but it's also not a great Town Hall to charge in terms of a hybrid attack. And why is that? There's not a lot of value before the Town Hall. Yeah, you get rid of the defensive king and the Town Hall, but not much other than that. And if you want to charge more than the Town Hall, as soon as you get into the core of the base past the Town Hall, 2 Rage Towers go off, and every expo in the base, all the ground expos with their insane range, point towards you. You can't really deal with 2 Rage Towers at a time, so I really like what Pepito does here. He goes straight into 1 Rage Tower, but by the time he gets there, all the defenses in the area are down. So this Rage Tower did not do a lot. Rage Towers are obviously the bane of Hybrid's existence because a Rage Scatter neutralizes miners. So he decides to go with this approach, and we're going to see Hybrid into the Town Hall. Now, I'm not going to shape your opinion one way or the other. You can actually tell me what you think of Hybrid into the Town Hall. Do you think it's strong? Obviously, this is a triple. I wouldn't show it if it wasn't for the video's sake. But doesn't mean you have to believe that hybrid into the town hall is a good option. Haven't used a heal spell yet, which is really nice. If you can get away with not using a heal before the town hall goes down, that is a win in my books. The heal is about to go down though. Not the greatest placed heal, but it will work out. Queen is still alive on the bottom side. That is crucial to this attack. By the way, look at the amount of time left. We're just going to run over this base. Second heal goes down almost on top of the first because you've got to get through this chunky part of the base. And that is that. Now, I didn't see the tornado trap. If you did see it, it would be interesting to know because I don't think it was behind the town hall. Now, keep in mind, miners do not get stuck in the tornado trap. So if there's a tornado behind the town hall, the miners will be fine with that. Obviously, the hogs and RC and warden will struggle. But hybrid through the town hall can definitely work. But this whole hit was set up by this really smart queen charge. Got good value, dealt with the CC, and it wasn't too much that she could handle. Back to some bases that are tailor-made for this army. Yep, look at that. A town hall on the outside. Who would have guessed? And yet again, pulling all these skeleton traps is really handy. Now, on this one, doesn't even use a spell. So you do need to have a bit of know-how with the sneaky gobs to know when you need a spell or not. But that's the sort of thing you can develop the more you use this army. So never fear. You can always get better at the army. I'm sure some of the time you'll make a mistake and miscalculate and be left in an awkward spot. But you see, he's still got a couple of goblins left here. That's the benefit of bringing 11. You should always have enough to get the town hall down. Queen doing her thing. Now, I really like this charge here. What he's gonna do, because there's no point trying to queen charge all of this. Even without a rage tower there, that will cost you way too many spells. So we're gonna queen charge on the back end here. Thankfully that super wall breaker does not activate the rage tower, otherwise we would have been in a world of trouble. The rage tower will go off now. That's okay, the queen's under a little less damage. Then we use the invis spell. You can see why it's handy not using the invis spell with your sneaky gobs. We use the invis spell to force our queen in. She gets rid of that brown bow, and now we are away. Now, this surprised me, so I'm going to pause this for a second. What I was expecting to happen was queen charge through here, and then hybrid through this section of the base, because you'd much rather deal with the heroes and the bomb tower through your warden ability. I'll tell you why I believe he didn't. So, if he hybrids through the bottom here, obviously his queen's going down this compartment. And if we hybrid in front of her, it's going to limit her value. She's not going to get all of these buildings here because the hybrid's going to get that instead. And then she's going to be beating on maybe this wall to get something. But then by the time she gets through, yet again, the hybrid has probably taken it down. So she's not really going to get a whole lot of value thereafter unless she beats like a god wall over here. So, what does he do? He hybrids from the top side here. I'll get rid of it all. Hybrids from the top side. Doesn't actually make sense from a hybrid perspective, but if he can keep his queen alive, she should get through all of this and meet up with his hybrid on the back end of the base. I would still probably hybrid through the bottom section, just because, I mean, that's the toughest area of the base. If you want a triple, you have to deal with that. By the way, did you see that rage scatter there? Just about one hit the miners. And we have to use the warden ability here. It would be lovely to save it for the back end of the base, but we cannot. And yet again, we have to use another heal spell here to get through this rage scatter and multi. That splash damage coming in hard. So we're going to have to get through the back end of this base with no spells versus a bomb tower and 4 heroes. And honestly, when I was watching this, I couldn't believe this still tripled. But it will. Bomb tower hits literally every troop in the hybrid. The queen goes down. The RC deals with the defensive RC. You can see the work the poison lizard's putting in. If you didn't, go back like 15 seconds and watch how handy it is. Yet again, slowing down this defensive king. The poison lizard is a must with the warden on this army, and the king's going to walk around the edge of the base. If it weren't for that poison lizard, this very well could have been a fail. But Pepito here coming in with the triple. Really nice attack here on a base that wasn't exactly perfect. Or the method wasn't perfect, sorry. But it was a 3-star. This style of diamond teaser is super common. And I love what Pepito does here. It's just going to get rid of the CC for free. Now, he probably could have put down... No, he did it perfect. Puts the right number of sneaky gobs down And now there's no defensive CC other than those couple of archers that came out. We activate the invis tower. By the way, he's starting his queen charge over there, but that's not what I care about. Gonna come in yet again, uses the rage spell. Could have used the invis here, but we've seen the value of the invis throughout this video. It's always nice to have just one of them. And now we come back across the base, and that poison spell, we can use it wherever we want. And generally, you're going to want to use it on a defensive hero. Defensive king or queen is the two I would recommend. Queen charge coming in on the back corner of the base. Now, this is very similar to the first hit I showed you guys in this video. Queen charge on the back corner seems to be the way to go when you can sneaky gob the town hall, because then you can just hybrid on the top side, as you're going to see here. So king and siege barracks. He hasn't actually put the king down yet. He might be waiting. Yep, there goes down the king. By the way, worth noting, great funnel there. Don't know how he made that funnel, if it was a couple of balloons or whether it was a sneaky gob. Regardless, it was perfect. Late rage here. That was a little unfortunate. He definitely wanted to keep that rage tower locked. So we have to use the warden ability, because look at all this rage damage in the core. Two rage multi-infernos will overwhelm our troops. Really nice freeze spell to help out a queen, deal with the defensive queen. Then we use our last heal. A lot of the time you're seeing in this video, he's nearly using the two heals on top of each other. And that's how broken the rage towers are. And that's why if you can nullify any spell towers with your queen charge or with these sneaky gobs on the town hall, it makes the world of difference to this army. And I mean, this isn't even close. There are so many troops up. Unfortunately, our RC is quite low, but we've still got our queen up. We've still got a rage and an invis, and I believe those are going to be swagged. Nicely done from Pepito here. That is the end of the video. What do you guys think of hybrid? Has this encouraged you to go back to it? I'll be honest, it's a really tough army, so don't expect results immediately, but this army might work well in war, where you can pick out the exact base with the town hall on the outside. It's been so long since we've had hybrid on the channel. I actually don't know what was our last hybrid video, so we're going to play a game here. I'm going to tell you to go watch the hybrid video on the left, and I have no idea what it's about, but I can tell you this, it's good content.